Oh man, I need to go home. I really need to go home. It's been a
What time is it?
It's not
Yeah. It's time.
But meanwhile,
It's o'clock.
Yeah. Marcus, how is madam? How are the kids?
The kids are good. Kids are very good. They're in Kenya. You do know that I got divorced, right?
I knew you had separated, but I did not know that you'd actually legally gotten divorced.
Officially.
Really?
Yeah, but that was earlier in the year. Like,
I thought you were living.
it's been almost a year, actually.
It's been almost a year.
Yeah.
Divorce is treating you good?
Very.
Yeah.
We're actually very good friends now.
Really?
Yeah, we're raising 2 beautiful children. Not a big deal at all. We're
sometimes-
actually much better friends now
Than you were?
than we were married.
Because divorce, when you hear the word, it's a very ugly word.
Yeah.
Divorce.
And people judge you a lot when you say you are
judge you and
divorced.
whatnot.
Especially the older generation.
Separated sounds nice. Oh, we're separated. Then you get divorced.
Yeah. No, and like I said, when you know, the folks and your uncles and aunties, it's was initially a big deal. But I think they're coming to terms with it. Like, it's not that big a deal anymore.
Having said that, you look at our parents, you look at our parents' parents, divorce was almost unheard of.
Yes.
Even if the marriage wasn't working, you would not get divorced.
Not at all.
You understand?
And there are very, very many people, I was told, I don't know how true it is, in our parents' generation who, for lack of another way to put it, haven't been married for over 30 years, but they are together. Now, whether those days it was about keeping up appearances or whatever, or Chifiramu, that statement you say, till death do us part,
It literally means
till death do us part.
But
Nowadays,
till dames do run out.
No, not like that. That makes you think that me, I was
No.
because I was poor.
No. Of course, for you guys, it was
Whatever happened.
Yeah.
But I read a statistic that actually said in the last 6 years in Uganda, in particular in Uganda, divorce rates have literally tripled.
They've tripled.
Tripled. In the last 5 years. In fact, there was a law in 2009, I think. Yeah, the equity law of 2009 that allowed for women to be able to own land. And that in itself opened a Pandora's box.
Oh, okay, I get where you're coming from.
Because now the women themselves are the ones saying,
So
now that I can own the land.
So it was made easier for them to own land, and as a result of which, you would not be surprised that perhaps then they're the ones who are instigating the nullification of a marriage.
Which makes you ask the question, were they there because of the love and the union in the first place?
Or were they there for their own personal gain?
For they were there because they were there for material reasons.
Or maybe you signed a prenup.
Prenup is in Uganda.
The prenup is...
Oh, you know what a prenup is?
I know what it is, but where is it in Uganda?
Is it before? It is
before.
before.
It is
Yes.
before.
Is it in Uganda?
Nazenechi,
Yet?
my house. When
Yes. When you cheat,
hey, the Nazenechi.
the woman will be like, boss, your fridge yange, the car is mine, the house is mine. Actually, the car we share it half.
How do you share a car half now?
Muje tuunda.
Hey, actually, I'm tired of this guy looking cool on me. Can I have a dirty martini?
That one.
A dirty one. I thank you.
Martini. So, okay, let me ask you this then.
Yes.
You look at our fathers and their fathers and our mothers and their mothers. They stayed in a relationship till death do us part. They took it literally. And today, things have changed. You've got, of course, marriage. In fact, I also did. I came across a statistic not so long ago. You have, in 2012, 12 registered divorces. Just 2012, not so long ago. But in 2013, it had jumped to 32 registered divorces.
Again, almost triple.
Again, almost triple. Yeah. So that's exactly what you're talking about. Now, obviously, what you're seeing here is a trend in an increase. How about those that weren't registered? People who are separated, but in literal senses, they are actually...
Yeah, they don't have the legal fees to go through the process.
They are done, exactly.
It's just that...
Because it costs money to divorce.
Oh, yeah. Officially, Bamugenze. And there are many of those, by the way. Way more Bamugenze of these. I'm not with you.
It's called Bamugenze.
Yeah, done. Bamugon.
Bumgon. Oh, I get it where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Bums are normally very tight. When you say bums are tight, they're like this. They're
tight like
bums
bums.
have separated. Okay. Bums Bamugenzi, huh?
Your deteriorating factor is at an all-time high. No, it has worsened, and I don't want to use myself as a statistic, and I don't know why it has worsened. I don't know whether because we are a lot less tolerant these days than our fathers were. We are a lot less accommodative
than our parents
were. I know for a fact that women today in general take a lot less BS than our mothers.
Our women take a lot our women take a lot less our women take a lot less BS.
The pink pussy. It is doing its job.
Are women taking a lot less BS?
But why do you say it's the women who are taking a lot less BS?
Because we are hard to work with. I thank you.
Yeah, but basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying.
Is it? But
drink some more.
But
have some more.
Okay, my question is this: a marriage is a very difficult institution to be in. It's extremely hard.
There's nothing easy about it.
When I got married, Marcus, I thought everything was going to be fantastic. But the highs and the lows make the marriage. That relationship makes the marriage. If you look at the expectations, are the expectations of people going into a marriage too high?
Yes. And before I got divorced, one of the things we did, which is normal, was counseling.
Yeah, you counseled, huh?
Yeah. So in counseling, they ask you, did you guys have a discussion on your expectations going in?
Of your partner,
yes,
of the relationship.
Of the relationship, of your partner, of each other. And we hadn't. So they said, now going forward, let's have that discussion. And I realized that's a very, very big element of why you would. Because you see, you grew up in your own world, wherever you are with your parents and your siblings and your life.
Yeah.
I grew up in mine. We get together. You come in thinking all men, as a woman, all men should be like my father. All women should be like my mother. All siblings should be like mine. Then I come and enter your world. You have come with your own ideas.
And what
happens? With your own perceptions, with your own da-da-da-da. Now, if you do not discuss that at the beginning,
there's a problem.
At the very beginning.
There's a problem.
Because you're going to think that my dad used to carry my mom's handbag. That's what I grew up seeing.
Yeah.
If you don't carry my handbag, automatically, situation, uka. There's a big deal. Why? Because it's what I grew up seeing. It's what I know men are supposed to do.
But let me
so
ask,
the expectation discussion is a very important one.
Okay. The expectations are high.
Yes.
I think also a lot of people, and this is my own opinion from what I'm seeing in this millennial.com era.
And like I said, a lot less BS discussion.
Exactly. What I'm seeing here is that people think they're in love. People think they need to get married to conclude, or not conclude, but to finalize it. And what you're having is very young couples, not ready, not prepared. And then they go into that, and again, what you just said also compounds the issue. And then you have people who cannot live with each other, can't stand each other. It becomes ugly, and they separate very
immediately.
Yes.
I've emceed very many weddings, and one of the first statements I say at the beginning of a wedding, and I say this with experience, been there, done that, so please listen to me when I say this. After the wedding, the beautiful, fantastic ceremony that you have done, there's a marriage.
Oh, yes.
Now, the problem with the millennials is they concentrate on the wedding.
The marriage is the highlight.
The wedding.
Sorry, the wedding, yes.
Is the highlight.
Is the highlight.
They forget about the marriage.
The marriage, the institution of the marriage is, as you said, it's what?
Ouch!
Look at you.
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Jonah, are you just mixing or why you are mixing and drinking? Thank you.
So the marriage, the wedding institution is the bamugenzi.
It's the bamugenzi. Officially. And people are spending too much time on how much are we spending on flowers? Where is the wedding? Is it going to be glamorous? Blah, 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 blah. And you realize, after all these 500 guests are gone,
it's me,
Mutumbili,
and you.
We are two.
I see you every day.
Every day.
I wake up
for the next God knows how long.
Yeah.
You understand?
How about, look, you know what? A few days ago, we were talking about sexual harassment and whatnot. But how about domestic abuse in relationships? Domestic abuse perhaps is also one of those big instigators to divorce. Nobody wants to be in a relationship where they're being battered. where they're being beaten. And by the way, people, it's not only women who get battered, even men. Mental abuse.
Yeah.
You understand?
You know, there's a guy who told me, so sad. They fought so much with the wife, he would physically abuse. She, because of course, not have the strength.
Physically, she can't.
She can't. So she would just, as she's passing, just passing him in the corridor.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
By then, Gaetano is nice.
Nah, yeah.
No, and then she walks and she goes, enters her car and drives home. Drives wherever she's going.
She mentions somebody that she knows.
His friend. And again, Awoma. Not just nice.
The song.
Of Awoma. Of Gaetano.
Woma. The song. What is it?
So you can imagine that kind of mental torture. Yeah. Now, whether or not she was doing it to spite him, whether or not she was doing it because she actually meant it, is you can imagine you as a man, you're losing your mind at that point. But, like you said, torture, all of that is part of the reasons. But I think by the time it gets to that, there are bigger issues.
There are big issues. Look at our friends your sister who got married. Kumuntale. Was that your sister who got married? To that American, Jamaican, Sijui?
Everyone.
Actually, I was given an Empako.
mentioned-
I was given an Empako by job. So
You see? You see?
yeah, so I'm
There you go. Kumuntale. Didn't she get married to that guy?
Job,
And
yeah,
how long did
so
that marriage
I'm
last?
called a talk.
A talk. Yeah.
Ninya talk.
Near a talk.
Hati.
That's it.
So she was married what, for 2 weeks?
Was it 2 weeks? That's
Did
giving
she
them-
make 2 weeks?
She didn't even make 2 weeks. Maybe 2 minutes. I'm serious.
I was
And it
again.
was such a joke because it was a big deal was made, and I use that relationship or that marriage as an example of how
Wedding bigger than marriage.
wedding is bigger than marriage, and also age and maturity and all of that.
I just thought she was too young
Yeah,
for that.
For marriage?
Yeah.
Or to marry an American?
No.
She was
For
too young
marriage.
for what?
For marriage.
For marriage.
for marriage. Yeah, yeah. And then next thing you know, for goodness sakes, they divorce, and then it
Look
becomes
at what she's doing.
it becomes
after-
dirty, becomes
after
violent.
divorcing.
Man, it
What
was
is
terrible.
she doing?
What is she doing? I don't know. What is she doing? Auntie Guam man.
Thank you for that. That was very good, by the way. Yeah? I appreciate it.
Nice one.
Yeah. No, I think you've got all kinds of reasons. We're talking about domestic abuse, you're talking about age, and sometimes, unfortunately, even health. Health can be a reason as to why
What do you mean health?
statistics, if somebody's HIV positive and,
okay.
you know, that comes into play as well.
Yeah.
And,
But you see, those are reasons why even legally it's okay. If you're being abused, if the man has gone or the woman has gone and brought back a disease, those are legal reasons to leave. There's nobody will stop you. Not even society, not even your fathers and your mothers who are averse to the idea will stop you at that point. But there are very many, like you said, we are having a discussion where people get in not ready for the institution, not ready mentally for what this brings to the table.
Yeah.
People are getting married for all the wrong reasons.
Look.
Peer pressure. My mother is asking me these questions.
And also
my sisters
and
have
also
gotten
the idea of being
married.
I am married. You know, I have a ring on my
ring.
finger.
I want to
and-
introduce
Yeah.
my husband,
Oh, my husband,
my
Yeah,
wife,
my wife, and that
all the wrong reasons.
And by the way, you'll realize once you get married, everything that you do, you're not doing it alone.
Never.
It is associated with your partner, regardless. Now, if you do something wrong, it gets back. You know, and that brings a lot of pressure. You're not acting by yourself.
You get a kubao.
But together, more women. Those statistics we're talking about. More women are actually instigating divorce, discussions, or initiating the fact that I want to leave you, I want to go. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine if I got divorced. I pray to God. I'm a realistic person. I pray to God that I never get divorced. But I can't predict the future. I can't.
You can't. And I don't know, maybe I'm hoping that, the foundation for your marriage was solid.
Very solid.
Both of you
Very
did
solid.
it with a sober minds and blah, blah, blah. And
Very.
we pray that it doesn't happen. But the biggest question we need to ask ourselves in today's world, with the availability of information, with all that's in front of us, is at what point do you say
Enough is enough.
is enough?
When the sex is bad.
Only that?
When the sex is just Bumpuff. What did you call it? Bamgeze.
Bamgeze.
Hey. If your sex is not good in your marriage, you need to question, why am I here?
Only sex.
Okay.
What else?
Only sex.
What is good sex? That is good sex. Bad sex is Omaze.
You do realize that they can make up.
Like on a phone call.
No. Bad sex is Omaze.
No, they can make that
like
up.
on a phone call. Hey, guy.
Hey.
Bomala Mngambe.
No, but really, if I believe that physical relationship has to be very intense. You need to sleep with your husband or your wife as if it's the very first time. You need to
All the time.
All the time. And the minute that goes, the minute it becomes Jobo.
I hate. Let me break it to you. I actually did this survey, not once, not twice, not thrice, in 3 different countries, in 3 different radio stations. Okay? And I said, the most important things in a marriage, please break it down to me. Okay? Again, Rwanda, Kenya, and here.
And what was the result?
At Capital. Number 1, believe it or not, this is from the women,
yes,
not from the men. From the women, money.
Money number 1. Numero uno.
Numero uno.
Number 2.
Cash. Number 2, friendship. Sex came at a distant 4th.
Are you lying?
Shit you not.
Sex was 4th.
You know why they said that? And this is what disturbed me the most, especially the women. They say sex I can get
anywhere.
It's not a problem. That one only. That's not a problem. That one I can find. But I'm in this union with this person. Tugendo kwezimba. Tugendo kurakarana. Together. Yes. Are we going to be able to do this together? If the answer to that is yes, then we are good to go. Sex.
Interesting.
In fact, it's they even said
I would think
they even said that sex, that money is an aphrodisiac. In other words, I will enjoy. When the wallet is bigger.
Okay, anyone that who said that?
In our mind, is singing at the range of.
Seriously, when you're
I'm serious.
No, when you're having sex.
They actually told me that. Yeah.
Can you do?
Who?
You.
Aye.
Oh, as if Lord Mayor.
Lababuji. But you know when he was doing woo, they were touching the nuts. So also the woman when she's
I saluted the guy who was doing his nuts.
He's doing his nuts, Manangi. No. There are many reasons. Even a short courtship, you have not really gotten to know the person. You've been banging your combos, you've been vibing. You have not really gotten to understand the person. You're just doing it because, and then you get married because you think you're in love. But the reasons for divorce are very, very, very many.
Yeah, but which ones are justified, which ones aren't? That's the question.
Yeah,
people are saying, like I said, if you're being battered, by all means, walk out.
Walk out.
If he's not doing his job as a man, by all means, walk out.
Away.
But then you're just because I fought with Gaetano. The question I have today is this. This is the question, and this is the bigger question, because in today's world, adultery
is a major issue.
It's not today's world. That has happened forever.
But it is still a major issue, Chief.
I don't
still a
dispute
major
that.
issue.
My
please.
question to you is this: your parents, at some point, I hate to break it to you, one of them was adulterous.
My dad.
Or mom.
My mommy.
There's a guy I met the other day in the taxi park who looks like you.
Mommy.
There's a guy I met in the taxi park who looks like you. But
actually, have you ever walked around and you see chaps who
you see a guy looks like you,
and you're like,
God, do I call mother now?
You guy.
Like that guy, I swear to God, is me. My point is this, guy. Today, cheating, adultery
is not a non-factor.
No, is because of this young generation a very solid reason to break up. And my point is, it didn't start with you. It started way before you.
And it's going to continue.
It will be here way after you.
Yeah. So what?
So, and if you look at go to the, and I don't have the statistics for fact, and saying, guys, why would you leave your husband? And they'll be like, he cheated. He went and lived with another woman.
But I don't know why I'm laughing, because it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
And I'm not saying it's right either, but I'm wondering, really?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Marcus. If you get married for the right reasons. Sometimes you think you have the right reasons. If you get divorced, try and make it clean. And I'm glad that you were able to do that, because some people can't.
Very clean.
Because you have to have, especially when the children involved, you have to be amicable with each other. You have to be able to relate to each other so the children can see you guys together. But if it's messy and dirty,
it's very, very bad.
Very, very bad. I don't know. Anyway, guys, make sure you catch up with us every single Wednesday right here at Gab's Lounge. That's right. 10:30 p.m. for another round. It's very, very important. But we also do have some websites as well. Or not websites. What do they call them? Streaming
channels.
Yeah. Just go to nbs.ug/live/. And you can catch us live.
Also, we are on social media, and that's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Another Round UG, hashtag Another Round UG. Until the next time, woohoo!
Yes.
10:30.
We are everywhere.
Yeah. But most importantly, we're at Gabs.
Yeah. Most important, boss, let me go and bury gates. I'm dying.
Your uncle.
Yes, his uncle. That's the one I've given him.